Today in this video we are going to study about alkadienes of BSc Part 1 Organic Chemistry. First we talk about classification and nomenclature. The aliphatic hydrocarbons containing two carbon-carbon double bonds are known as alkadiene or diolefine. Their general formula is CnH2n-2, which is similar to general formula of alkynes, that is, alkadienes are isomers of alkynes. If 3 or 4 double bonds are present in the compounds, then they are known as alkatrienes and alkatetraene respectively. For IUPAC nomenclature of diolefines, the chain is selected which has 2 double bonds. On the basis of number of carbon atoms present in a chain, the root word is given and the suffix "ane" of corresponding alkane is replaced by diene. The numbering of chain is done from that end where double bond gets lowest number. The position of the double bond is shown in the chain as, if we consider these two examples, the first is propan 1,2-diene and the second is buta 1,3-diene. Depending upon the relative position of two double bonds, the alkadienes are classified into 3 groups: cumulated alkadienes, isolated alkadiene, or conjugated alkadiene. First we'll take up cumulated alkadiene. In this type of compounds, two carbon-carbon double bonds are adjacent to each other. In other words, double bonds are present on two successive carbon atoms. For example, propadiene, formula is CH2 double bond C double bond CH2. It is the parent compound of this series. The trivial name of the compound is alkene and The trivial name of this compound series is alene and series of alkadiene is known as allenes. Some examples of allenes are propadiene and penta 1,2-diene. Now we come to the conjugated dienes. If two carbon-carbon double bonds are separated by one carbon-carbon single bond or two double bonds are present at alternate position to say, then they are known as conjugated dienes. Buta 1,3-diene and 2-methyl 1-buta 1,3-diene are important members of the series. So we see the examples. We have 4 examples. First is buta 1,3-diene. Second is penta 1,3-diene. The third example is 2-methyl 1-buta 1,3-diene. And fourth example is cycloocta 1,3-diene. Now let's talk about isolated dienes. If two double bonds are separated by more than one carbon-carbon single bond, they are known as isolated diene. So we see the example. First is penta 1,4-diene. Second example is hexa 1,5-diene. Third example is hexa 1,4-diene. And the fourth example is cycloocta 1,4-diene. Isolated alkadiene can be prepared from general methods of preparation of alkenes, since properties of these alkadiene resembles with alkene. They react with two molecules of reactants since they have two double bonds. Due to the presence of CH2 groups in between these double bonds, they do not interact with each other. For example, in hexa 1,5-diene, two double bonds are separated by two methylene groups. Addition of bromine and hydrogen bromide is similar to that of alkene. So here if we see the example, CH2 double bond CH, single bond CH2, CH2, CH double bond CH2 reacts with two molecules of bromine to form 1,2,5,6 tetrabromohexane. And in the other case, if we see, the example is CH2 double bond CH, CH2, CH2, CH double bond CH2. It reacts with HBr to form 2,5-dibromohexane. Now we come to cumulated alkadiene. First is, let's take up methods of preparation of cumulated alkadiene. The first method of preparation is from 1,2,3-tribromopropane. Alene or propadiene is the first member of the series. If 1,2,3-tribromopropane is heated with solid KOH, 2,3-dibromopropane is formed, which on treatment with methanolic solution of zinc powder gives 1,2-propadiene. So here we see in this reaction 1,2,3-tribromopropane reacts with solid KOH and forms 1,3-dibromopropane, which on reaction with zinc and methanol gives propadiene. The second method for reaction is from olefins. When alkene reacts with bromoform and alkaline potassium butoxide, it gives derivatives of cyclopropane, which on reaction with magnesium and dry ether forms cumulative alkadiene. So here we see that alkene reacts with CBr2, forms cyclopropane derivative, and in the presence of magnesium and ether forms substituted diene. Now we come to the structure and stability of cumulated alkadienes. Simplest member of cumulative diene is 1,2-propadiene, that is CH2CCH2. By taking example of 1,2-propadiene, we can explain the stability of cumulative diene. In them, the central carbon atom, that is C2, is in the state of sp hybridization, and two terminal carbon atoms, that is C1 and C3, they are in the state of sp2 hybridization. At C2, two unhybridized p orbitals are present, which are perpendicular to each other, while C1 and C3 each has one unhybrid p orbital. Unhybrid orbitals of C1 form a pi bond with unhybrid orbital of C2, which lie in the same plane. C1 and C3 have unhybridized p orbital. C1 and C2 unhybridized p orbitals, which are present in the same plane, collaterally overlap to form a pi orbital. During the formation of molecular orbital, p orbital of C3 orients in the plane of p orbital of C2, so pi bond of C1-C2 and C2-C3 are perpendicular to one another, as we can see in the figure. Since no pi-pi bond conjugation is present in propadiene, hence these compounds are unstable. Propadiene or substituted cumulative dienes do not have asymmetric carbon atom, but they have molecular asymmetry. Due to this reason, they are optically active in nature. Now we come to the next type of dienes, that is conjugated dienes. First, let's take up methods of preparation of conjugated dienes. 1,3-butadiene and isoprene are important members of this series. So, to prepare these dienes, elimination reactions are used. So, first method is from butane by thermal dehydrogenation. When N-butane obtained from petroleum is passed over Al2O3 Cr2O3 catalyst at 873 Kelvin, 1,3-butadiene is formed. Second method of preparation is from dehydration of diols. When 1,3-butane diol is heated in presence of 20% phosphoric acid or sodium phosphate at 543 Kelvin, formation of buta-1,3-diene takes place. Similarly, when 1,4-butane diol is heated in the presence of Al2O3 at 673 to 773 Kelvin, we get the formation of buta-1,3-diene. Third preparation is from ethanol. When ethanol vapors are heated at 693 to 743 Kelvin in the presence of catalyst Al2O3ZNO, buta-1,3-diene is obtained. The yield is very low and to increase this yield, vapors of ethanol are mixed with ethanol in presence of the catalyst silica gel and 2% titanium oxide. So we see that ethanol and ethanol in the presence of silica gel and titanium oxide forms buta-1,3-diene in good yield. Fourth is from acetylene. Acetylene on dimerization forms vinyl acetylene, which on catalytic dehydrogenation forms buta-1,3-diene. So here we see that ethylene on reaction with Cu2Cl2 and NH4Cl forms vinyl acetylene, and this vinyl acetylene undergoes partial reduction in the presence of hydrogen and platinum catalyst and gives buta-1,3-diene. Next we come to acetylene. From acetylene. Acetylene on dimerization from vinyl acetylene, which on catalytic dehydrogenation forms buta-1,3-diene. So we see that if a mixture of acetylene and formaldehyde is heated in the presence of copper acetylide, it forms butane-1,4-diol, which on butane-1,4-diol, which on catalytic hydrogenation forms 1,4-butane diols, which on dehydration forms but-1,3-diene. So I'll take it again. We see that if a mixture of acetylene and formaldehyde is heated in the presence of copper acetylide acid, it forms butane 1,4-diol, which on catalytic hydrogenation forms 1,4-butane diols, which on dehydration forms but-1,3-diene. So here we see the example that acetylene is reacting with formaldehyde Cu2C2, then reaction is formed and the final product after dehydration is but-1,3-diene. The last method of preparation is from cyclohexane, and this is Retro-Diels-Alder reaction. When cyclohexane is passed over nichrome wire, that is alloys of nickel, chromium and ferrum, it forms but-1,3-diene and ethylene. So if we see that cyclohexane undergoes this Retro-Diels-Alder reaction and splits into but-1,3-diene and ethene. That's all for today. Thank you.